Good evening. So my friend told me that her kids are learning about trends and whatnot in schools, and I figured I could make a video to help her out. So I'm coming out as a trans, especially at a very young age for those who have done it. I'm proud of you guys because it's really hard. So I figured to kind of make people understand. Questions you don't ask is what bathrooms do they go in? What pronouns do they use? Because that's kind of insulting. I got that question asked a few days ago. Like, what pronoun do I use? Do I use a he or a she? It's like, what do you think? I'm transgender. I'm taking testosterone. Obviously, it's a he, him, or his. And I can understand it could be difficult for those who are in school. Even with me, I'm 25 and I have a hard time using men's bathroom. It's uncomfortable because your body doesn't match, especially when you don't have your surgeries. For example, when I go in public and I go into a man's bathroom, I don't have a penis to just pop out and pee. But they sell STPs and whatnot, but it's not the same. Like, it's just kind of like you're missing, like it's hard. And especially for those who are male to female, it makes people uncomfortable for girls because it's just like, oh, he has a penis, oh my god, la la, I don't want him to see my boobs and whatever. But us, it's like we don't even look at that. Like we are focused more on ourselves than we focus on other people. What else can I say? Like, even me, for when I was in high school, and I remember we were all in the change room and everybody knew me as a lesbian back then, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little pervert. I was like, oh, look, girls, oh, look, they're like half naked. Oh, okay, hi. And a lot of them were like always changing the bathroom, and it made me uncomfortable at the same time because like I didn't want to be in there, and I wanted my own little hidden box where I could like just change in peace. It's hard. And like I said, even just the bathroom alone, like you don't fit in, and it's really hard that even if you do go in the gender you identify as, it's uncomfortable because people look at you, and I find it even worse in females because on tomboy stage, I'd go into the females' bathrooms and I'd always get looked at. Like, it's just like, can you just pee in peace and just leave me alone? It's it's not hard. Just let me do my business. Let me leave and just leave me alone. Also, what else is a really important question people like to ask? How like one question. Okay, so I'm gonna go more into me wise. I was asked if I would ever do bottom surgery. The answer to that is probably not. Because there's like a 90% chance of losing feeling, and some who have done it told me they didn't lose feeling, but they lost a little bit of feeling, so it's not the same. But like, it's quite a surgery as well, because you have what's that thing called, or whatever. And it's in there for a while as it's healing, and they take with that surgery you get hysterectomy done. And on top of that, you can't really do anything for 6 months, which it's kind of shitty. And one surgery that I will really look forward to is definitely my top surgery. I wear binders. It's like a bra, but it's like really stretchy. But the material is like kind of like a poly whatever, and it binds really well. Like, I look flat chested. Yes, I didn't shave my armpits. I'm glad you noticed. So yes, you look really flat chested, and I'm actually a size D if I was to wear a bra. The thing with binders, as you know, I have a big chest, as I just mentioned. So at the beginning, it was like, oh, really, really tight. It's pressed up, and especially when your periods came, like it really, really hurt. Um, and it's not really comfortable. But with time, you just get really used to it. Um, and for female to males, for urinals, they have this thing called an STP device, which is a stand to pee device. Um, their price ranges from 15 for like a plastic thing that's not even worth talking about. Then you have like the high end ones for like $500 to $600 range. Some of them even go to like $1,000. They're quite expensive, and they're not like fully like urine proof, I guess, because sometimes it leaks. And yes, I own one. And it's just really awkward sometimes to use. That's why I like to go in bathroom stalls, because just it's awkward. So yeah, so there's one that I've heard so far, and it's like leak proof, and I'm looking into getting it. So there's that. And for changes, your first 3 months isn't really worth talking about. Like my first effect was definitely my voice. My voice was the first thing. And like if you look at me now, like I have a female shape, with a deep voice, which I'm still waiting on the facial hairs. I'm still struggling with that. Like it's coming along very, very slowly. Another topic I could probably mention is, as I mentioned, for females to males, your periods stop and your body is gaining as your muscles are increasing due to testosterone. Your face will eventually go more square. Your shoulders are more like built up. And the amount of body hair that's growing with it are basically the three main things with testosterone. I don't think many people get Adam's apple. I don't really know any female to male with Adam's apple, but you feel it, like it's there. So yeah, like when you see a trans person, don't judge them. It sucks to be a transgender. It's a good thing that we're out there, because we're somehow end up liking our bodies, but it's not ever gonna be like 100%, because there's baggages. You get scars, you get memories. People will look at you differently in certain ways. So it's quite the baggage. I don't really like any take for me as my parents. They're not fully accepting it. They don't really try to. My mom told me, she's like, I'm never gonna call you Skylar. Like, no, you were my daughter. You came out as a girl, and you will always be Chelsea to me. It's just like, okay, that's nice that I'm Chelsea to you, but Chelsea's dead. Like, I'm her twin. I'm her twin brother, and I'm really happy, and you should be really happy for me. And you have my dad, who is an old-fashioned, I guess is a polite way of saying it, and he doesn't really talk to me. Like, it's comments on everything, like, oh, your legs are hairy, or just doesn't try to contact, like, to interact. So it's very, very hard for us to feel appreciated, and we look on others to appreciate us, because it makes us feel good. Like, when you call me by my preferred name, it makes you feel good. So like the little things, and using the right pronouns, don't judge them. It's quite there's like a lot of things that people don't really think about, and just like, oh, is it a choice? It's like, no, it's not a choice. Like, it's me. Like, just like asking a straight person, like, oh, why are you straight? Did you choose to be straight? It's no. You don't choose to be who you are. So for those who are in school, I wish that schools would be more accepting for the fact, for those who are trans, that they should have not to go here or there. Like, they should be somewhere where they're comfortable. And a lot of times I hear that there is no place. It's always like, oh, you gotta go here, oh, you gotta go there because of your genitals. It's just, it's not right, and it makes us feel really uncomfortable. And to not pressure somebody to do things they don't want to. Like as I said, like for me, like with my experience in high school and in change rooms, like I hated the gym just for that reason, and they wouldn't let me go anywhere. I had to be there. Just like, I don't want to be here, and they force you, and I don't like that. So I don't know what else to say. I hope these videos help people understand. I didn't go much into detail, but anyways, hope you guys enjoy.